Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in into Ray Inc. Lorcana. The EU LCQ tournament just wrapped up, so today I just want to do a video talking about the meta and the direction that it is going. And without further ado, we shall begin. At the moment, I think we're in a very interesting state in terms of competitive play. Even though the tournament just wrapped up with Ruby Amethyst winning, I don't think Ruby Amethyst is the best deck in Lorcana, but it is the most consistent deck that has the tools to win its bad matchups. We're still in sort of like a rock paper scissors meta, where certain decks want to avoid certain matchups in order to succeed. So here I have like the meta chart in the tournament that just passed. Ruby Sapphire being 34% of the meta share room. Ruby Sapphire historically struggles into aggro, so I think a lot of people were seeing that Ruby Sapphire did not perform as well as it wanted to, due to the amount of Amethyst Emerald that was in the meta. And then even then, like against Ruby Amethyst, it's got a little bit rougher, I would say, because even though Ruby Amethyst isn't playing location, the Genie on curve is actually very hard to deal with, because they go Flynn, Sisu, Genie, and they're just gaining a lot of lore. Though Ruby Sapphire has gained consistency in order to deal with Ruby Amethyst, it's still also one of his tougher matchups. Amethyst Emerald, very strong, consistent aggro deck, but I can see it, or most people would say it struggles into Amber Steel, especially if they have a turn 1 Cinderella curving out into Vanessa, into Ariel, and singing to clear the board. The singers can be a hassle if Amethyst doesn't get his early Ursula 2 to rip the songs, or Kit bounce to regain tempo. Emerald Steel, strong into most of the open field, but really struggles into Ruby Sapphire. Flaversham is historically known to be the card that Emerald Steel struggles against with. If Ruby Sapphire open up the nuts with Popsicle, ramp into Flaversham, most of the time the match goes out of our favor. Amber Steel, very powerful deck, but has one biggest weakness, which is Ruby Sapphire. So being Ruby Sapphire being 34% of the meta share, we can see why it didn't perform as well as it did into this field. See, 7% Ruby Amethyst. Ruby Amethyst is definitely strong, but it struggles into Amber Steel. And it's kind of same thing, like the turn 1 Cinderella really keeps your character off board. You're not able to get any bounce synergy going to regain tempo. So Amber Steel just makes it very hard for Ruby Amethyst. And if Emerald Steel opens up with the crazy, with Diablo shift, kind of puts you in a pincer trap where your hand's being attacked and you have to deal with the board. So overall, Ruby Amethyst matchup against Emerald Steel did got a lot better of the Genie, but his biggest kryptonite will definitely be the Amber Steel. Sapphire Steel being 5%. Sapphire Steel is definitely decent going to set 6, but I don't see it performing in its traditional control route. Probably more into the aggro route, taking advantage of strong characters like Alice with Cogsworth, sort of what my buddy Harlan played in the LCQ tournament. Amethyst Steel, Ruby Steel, these are more like rogue builds. Amethyst Steels are going more aggro, will definitely struggle into Emerald Steel and Amber Steel. The mid-range version struggles into the Ruby Sapphire decks, and I think it falls a little bit short against Ruby Amethyst. And yeah, overall, I think the meta is in a very healthy spot. I think with the rise of Amethyst deck, though, Ruby Sapphire may fall out of favor, being the popular deck. Doing so, I think decks that will excel in the upcoming meta would be Amber Steel, Emerald Steel, and probably more aggressive aggro decks that has like non-interactive play, such as like playing characters with ward, like Alice. So like blue-yellow kind of aggro, Sapphire Steel aggro, I think is very strong going to this sort of meta. Yeah, like overall, I would say the meta is still very healthy, very healthy. People that will succeed in the meta will be the ones that are able to read the direction of the meta. Like going to a tournament, knowing what people will most likely be playing is a very strong skill set. And knowing the right cards to tech to have the momentum sway into your advantage. Yeah, and that's all I have to share today. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.